Hello, I'm Dr. Jean-Marc right here in Burlington, your favorite chiropractor, I'm sure. So I have my usual article review. I read all the time, always upgrade on knowledge. Dr. Linda is amazing. She actually spends at least 8 hours a week reading articles, textbook, reviewing the newest literature. I spend at least 3 to 4 hours a week doing that. What this does for us is that it enables us to be at the very, very cutting edge of the scientific understanding of our profession and how we can help you in the most effective, quickest, most efficient way. And so what I wanted to do today is tell you about an article I just read that was just published a few weeks ago, and in it they talked about the effects of adjusting the spine. And what they did, they found some really, they reviewed a lot of the contemporary literature. So what was interesting about that particular review is that they really concentrated on very recent, articles. And what the consensus came to is that adjusting the spine helps not only neck pain, but also the science says it helps shoulder pain, it helps arm pain, it helps jaw pain. So that's very, very interesting how, this is not local. Actually, one of the points that they made is that the benefit of chiropractic adjustment to any part of the spine is not localized. So in other words, you do not necessarily need to have painful point A adjusted to have improvement of painful point A. You might need to adjust a different part of the spine to have this effect. Now we know that in practice, and as you know, when you come in, we tend to adjust different areas in the spine even though they're not the areas where you're complaining about. And that's because the impact of the adjustment, the adjustment to the spine has an effect that is non-localized. Yes, it has a localized effect. That's for sure. It improves joint function. But because it has an impact on nerve function, it actually changes the brain works. And the changes that have been observed that are documented in the literature is that the way the brain processes pain is altered so that you feel less pain. So essentially, the pain signal is dialed down. That's one of the reasons why you feel so much better after you get adjusted. That's one of the reasons why there's a certain degree of euphoria after getting adjusted, because we are actually functioning better centrally. Very, very important thing. Another thing they talked about, and that's been in the literature for decades now, is that adjustments bring down the level of cytokine inflammatory chemicals inside your body. Now, that's really interesting because with COVID-19, you've all heard about those cytokine storms. Same ones. Now, people who have very, very strong reaction to the virus tend to have high levels of those chemicals, including cytokines. And when they're triggered by the virus, they have this great reaction. Those are the people who are young and who die from the virus, or have very severe effect from the virus, as opposed to most other people who are young who have very mild effect, if any. So here we are, the literature, totally unrelated, says, hey, it brings down the cytokine. I thought I'd tell you about it because that sounds pretty good. I'm getting adjusted and staying healthy. Another thing that it talks about is that there is very little complication associated with cervical adjustment. It is very safe. Very, very seldom are there any complication to it. They also reinforce the fact that the contemporary literature shows that there's no causal connection between adjusting the spine and things like stroke or severe side effects. So it works. It helps your whole entire body, and it's safe. Hey, come get adjusted. See you soon.